I need to get these forks apart so I can get these fork lowers, footrests, and two wheels off to a polishing guy. I already broke this one loose. Got a 6mm Allen wrench, 6mm box end wrench in there, and keep a little pressure on it that way. Hold this guy with this thing, with the soft jaws. Oh, oil. Let it drain in there. This is the other fork leg.
I'll tilt it that way a little bit so I don't get oiled on again.
That bolt was not going to come out. The first fork leg it did. For this one I need to cut a piece of 6mm Allen wrench so I can get it connected up to the impact wrench. I don't have a thin blade, so I'll have to use this thick blade to cut this. It might be a little warm to go dress that up a little bit. I think I've got the air compressor charged up enough. I have a 6mm Allen wrench I just trimmed off. 6mm socket, 1/4 inch socket with a 1/4 to 3/8 adapter and a 3/8 to 1/2 adapter. Let's see if this works. I'd say that worked. It's that easy with an impact wrench. Now I can try to make another oily mess, but maybe not this time. Look at that. I won. Let's get these fork innards out. It's a tiny little spring, isn't it? These need to go away. What else will come out of there? We have this assembly. See that? I'll have to take the big snap ring out of here and then pull these things apart. Get your snap ring pliers. If all goes well, the snap ring comes right out. This comes apart like so. Let's see about getting some new bushings. Trying to get them through yaw bits. I believe I have some new seals already. Get another part in there too. This guy. Here's the next one. Oh, come on. Grabbing one side and one side is letting go. Looks like I had ground these other tips down to fit into a much smaller diameter hole. That's better. Two fork legs disassembled. Small step, but a good step. Here is one RZ350 fork assembly disassembled. I have some emulators on order. Apparently I have to push out this center piece of this rod from this end. Shove it out that way. I'm going to order some new parts from Yombits or OEM. Having a little trouble with Yombits right at the moment. They will not respond to my emails. These parts are ready to go to the polisher, as are these wheels. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can separate these two parts right now. Start with a small hammer. I think it's coming out. Oh, it's coming out. That was quite easy. So apparently this part gets discarded. I'll hang on to it for a while in case I need it back. I don't have the emulators yet. I have read instructions and I have to do some brazing now, which I've never done. Or maybe I did in high school. But I think, well, I know that the emulator sits right on this part here and apparently doesn't seat in here quite right. So I have to machine it a little bit. Pretty simple job. I'm going to go ahead and prep these while I'm waiting for the brazing rod to arrive. The instructions say to braze these 3 holes and that hole shut, and then file them smooth. Drill 1 5/64 rebound hole right here. Drill the 2 original compression holes out to 1/4 inch and go up from the center of those holes 7/16 of an inch. Drill another 1/4 inch hole and another 1/4 inch hole. 2 more 1/4 inch holes. That's done. Have the 5/64 hole drilled and 2 additional 1/4 inch holes, and I opened those original holes up to 1/4 inch. Just have to clean the insides of these things out, and then tomorrow I get brazing rod to close up that hole, that hole, that hole, and that hole. These parts were part of my Yombits order. This is a new part. It's a Yamaha part, bushing. This is the part that came out. This is a Yombits part. It's not a Yamaha part. It's a knockoff, and this is the part that came out of the forks. My understanding is that these original parts are really not worn out. I think I will go ahead and put these new parts in, these forks. I'm going to save these old parts for another set of forks I'll probably rebuild. So if the bushings I take out of those forks are rotted, I'll use these parts. I think I'll start the fork work off with attempting to braze